Alright, hey boys and boys, it's really Saturday, but we're gonna pretend that it's Monday. This is like the best time for me to make this video. I'm going to cover 3 topics, the 2 topics that I missed, and then, this week's topic, which has something to do with this. Alright, so let's see, what's the first topic I missed? Alright, coming out as trans to parents and friends, stories, etc. I came out to my parents through a note when I was 15, and I wrote them. I was like up all night, and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? So my friend helped me write a note, and it said, you know, basically, hey mom and dad, I've been keeping a secret, and I can't keep it any longer. It's gonna kill me. I was like borderline, like about to kill myself because of it. So I folded it up, and the next morning I had to go to work and a concert with my friends, so I slipped it into my mom's laptop and then left for the day. Came back the next day. She was like, oh, I love you, you know, regardless of whatever, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, for those of you who've been following me for a while, or my friends for a while, you know that was not the end. Basically, it was like a roller coaster for the next 2 years. It was not easy for me to get to where I am today. I had my mom tell me that if I started testosterone, I would kill myself in like 2 years. So February 26th, what, 2012. If I kill myself, then my mom's right, but I doubt it. It was very interesting, like the whole like thing. As for coming out to friends, I hang out with a very queer community, anyways. So it was fine. All my friends took it with stride, like even the ones that weren't in the queer community were like, oh, that makes sense. You've always been so manly. So coming out is a big deal, obviously. But honestly, if you are like wicked depressed, you don't know why, you're keeping it inside that you're trans, it probably has something to do with that, and you should probably at least ask your parents if you can go talk to a therapist. Because seriously, it's not worth like freaking out about, you know, self-harming, doing things you don't want to do, just destroying your body because you hate it so much. Not worth it. Either talk to a friend who you can trust, talk to your parents if you can trust them, or ask if you can talk to a therapist, because it's very important. What's the next one? Family updates. How have your families changed? How have they changed since you started testosterone? Let's see. Well, my parents obviously were not very accepting. My dad was more accepting than my mom in the beginning. He actually signed off on my letter for testosterone and top surgery. So my mom like has always been like iffy about it, and then once I started T, she was like, okay, this is for real, you know, it's not going away. But she still had problems. And then when we went out for my top surgery, she was there when I woke up. She saw the light in my eyes, she saw the happiness on my face, and she was sealed. Like, she accepts me 100%. It's ridiculous. I love it. My dad, on the other hand, funny story. Okay. He comes out, I have my post-op appointment on Tuesday, June 1st. He comes out Monday, May 31st, so he can go to my appointment and drive me home. We go out to dinner, everything's fine, you know, he's struggling with calling me, you know, JT and he, and, you know, I'm just like, okay, this is gonna be hard for him. We go to my post-op appointment the next day. Medali reveals my chest, and I could just see my dad's face. He was like kind of disgusted, kind of like, you know, freaking out. He's like, oh, it looks good, but you know, I'm his little girl. So on the ride home, you know, it's all good. He's drinking, and we don't talk about that stuff. Everything seems fine, and it seems great, and like felt like we were really bonding. And we drop off my friend Sam, and he exploded on me. He told me I had told him how to live his life since I was 15 when I came out to him. He called me whatever I am. Like, he couldn't say you boy, you girl, whatever, just whatever you are, you know, like I'm an it, like I don't matter. He told me to get out of his life. He told me to get out of his house. So he kicked me out, and I ended up actually going like home with him because we were in the car when this happened, right? And then I left, and I had to go spend the night at my friend's house, even though, you know, I was lucky enough that I have my apartment, but I had no furniture inside of it, so I had to go sleep elsewhere. And I actually spent 3 nights at one friend's house, and 3 nights at my next friend's house because I couldn't go home, and I couldn't get my stuff. Luckily, my mom came this past Monday, brought me, you know, my bed and some furniture, so I could actually sleep in my apartment. So it's kind of like a complete 180 for my dad and a complete 180 for my mom. And my mom's very accepting. She calls me he all the time, even though sometimes it's hard for her, which I understand. But she calls me JT like all the time. I haven't heard my birth name come out of her mouth in like forever. So my parents have definitely like flip-flopped. Alright, now this week's topic is top surgery, plans, experiences, etc. I'll tell you a little about my experience. I went in Monday, May 24th at 6:45 in the morning. I had to be at the Metro Health Clinic in Cleveland. We had driven in the day before, and we were staying in a hotel in Elyria, which is about 20 minutes away from where the clinic was. So we go in, the receptionist is like really nice to me. She was like, she asked me for my name. I had to give my birth name, but she was like, she didn't say anything, she was just like, all right. And I got called back by the nurse. My mom came back with me to sign some paperwork. I changed into my gown and robe, and they took me into the like waiting room thing, like for people who were having surgery. And Dr. Medali came in. They asked me if I was allergic to anything, etc., etc., etc. Yes, I am. Blah blah. I'm allergic to sulfur drugs. Then he drew on my chest, and he was very like nice about it. He's like, I know this is really disturbing. I'm really sorry. And it was really funny because at one point I guess he thought I was crying because like I was laughing really hard because like he was like drawing right here, and like it tickled so bad that I was just like laughing so silently. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I know this is like really bad. And I was like, no, it tickles. Then after he went away, I didn't see him again. Then they put the IV in my hand. I nearly passed out, so they had to give me oxygen. My friends came in. I saw them for about 2 minutes before I had to go. They walked me back to the operating room. They laid me on this table that had like your arms out like this, and like they were making fun of me because I was so short and they had to like move the hip thing. But the next thing they were putting the things, they put these things on your legs to keep the blood moving. And I saw him do that. I looked up, saw the anesthesia nurse like putting it into the IV, and then that was it. Gone. I woke up really fast. Scared the crap out of the nurse. Otherwise, like after 45 minutes, like I was up for like half an hour before they let my mom and my friend Sam come back. They showed them how to do the drains. They let me get dressed, and then they brought me a wheelchair, and I was like, can I just walk out? So we went back to the hotel. I spent the whole day in the hotel. We went out to dinner at this great place, freaking amazing barbecue place with freaking amazing ribs. I was on Vicodin for like the first 3 days. They gave me like a prescription for like the whole week, like 40 pills or something. I only took like 20 of them. The next day we went to the zoo and the beach. The day after that, I hung out with my friend Jay from Ohio. It was, for me, I have a high pain tolerance, so I was really over it. Then my post-op visit was, as I said, Tuesday, June 1st. He pulled off this foam, which was like a big Band-Aid. I had been having problems with my left side, the drain, like, he put the drains, I don't know if you can see that, like, little scar, but, that's where the drains were in my body. When he pulled out the right drain, it felt really weird, like all guys say. He pulled out the left drain, and it hurt like a bitch. So I guess that's like my experience. I had to wear this post-op vest for like 6 days afterwards, which made me, it was kind of making me really dysphoric because I was like, I'm still binding. What's going on? But now, like, my chest looks great. At least I think so. It's still, like on the side, there's still like fluidy junk over here, and it definitely, like, each side looks, the incisions are different. It's really based on your pecs, which I do have. I don't know where they came from. But honestly, I had a great experience with Dr. Medali. I am so sorry that this video is so long, and I hope you all have a good week. Alright, I'm sorry I didn't answer any questions. Question from you guys. Did you miss me? Alright, have a good week, everyone.